what's up, my sexy little strawberry cheesecakes? This is Rob from The Gay Guy Plays, and today on the Stance Spotlight, we're getting a little handsy when we take a look at both the sparring as well as the fisting. Is that what it is? It's fist combos, right? Well, whatever it is, that's what we're doing today. So, I'm a little bit rusty, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. I feel bad because we haven't jumped back into these series for quite a while, but for those of you guys who have forgot, the way that we do this is I look for, like, low status chance weapons so that we can spot if there are any forced procs that happen. And also, when we jump into the actual combos, I like to do it completely bare the first time around, then we'll go ahead and bring a Billy in, because, you know, we got to be able to, predict all of our lifts, right? So as you can see here, we have Fracturing Wind, aka haha, funny dad joke, Breaking Wind. And it's got like the whole slew of combos. We've got standing, block, standing, forward, and block forward. So we'll go ahead and take a look at how all of that pans out. So let's just go ahead and jump on in and let the punching begin. Some of these combos, listen, I don't know if it's just me, I'm a simple guy, but when it comes to like the fisting stances, sometimes I just like a whole bunch of punches. Like just really simple, not crazy punches, and I think this is the one that just has the really like simple combos. So here's just the standing punches. It's very simple, it's just to the point. And by the way, I have the holiday ringer skins on, which I'm really fond of. That uppercut's gotta be a lift, right? It's gotta be a lift. So that's just the standing. Let's try the block standing. Oh, is that a Shoryuken? Is that what that is? Okay. I'm wondering, because of the fact that there's a ground pound afterwards, I'm almost thinking that that can't be a lift. I mean, it would make sense if it was a lift. But if they combo it with a ground pound, I don't know how those two would really synergize well. But I appreciate that. A couple extra turns in there would make it a little bit cooler, I'm just saying. So let's do forward punches. Okay, I like the little backhand that we've got going on there. I can appreciate a little backhand action. And then let's go ahead and do the block forward. Oh, that's not the block forward. Not even remotely. Hold on. Okay, here's a little, we get a little haymaker and a little, like, beat down. Okay, I'm into this. There doesn't seem to really be a gap closer on this one. I think it's just the forward movement is the gap closer in and of itself. And let's go ahead and bring up a little Billy to see how this actually performs. I have 6 Billies for some reason. Let's go ahead and grip that, grip some invincibility, and jump on in. So let's try just the block standing first. There's the lift. Okay, yeah, look at me. I can still predict the lift, right? We can still predict the lift. I'm into it. It doesn't seem to have any kind of procs going off yet. So let's try the block one, or the block standing. Okay, so just is there a connect on the way up? Wait, hold on. Yeah, it looks like it's an impact proc. It looks like it's an impact proc that's on its way up. Let's wait for that one to go away real quick and see, maybe it's a... Yep, it's definitely an impact. I was thinking that maybe there was a puncture there as well. Now, while we're here, let's go ahead and knock him down real quick and see the ground pound. Does it have any force procs on it? Nope, does not seem to have any force procs on it. One more time. Another ground pound. I always love this ground pound because it feels so cathartic where you're just... Right? Now let's go ahead and do a charge attack. It seems to be a knockdown, but it doesn't seem to have any force procs on it either. Let's do the slide attacks, because the slide attacks, like, this is why I don't like slide attacks. I just am not good at aiming them. I mean, if we had targeting lock. Okay, so the slide attack is a lift. All right. Now let's go ahead and get into the forward punchy attacks. It does seem like we have a forced impact in there. I can't tell if there's a if that was a forced slash at all, but we'll check to see. It does seem to be just a forced impact, all right, on that forward movement. I don't hate the forward movement either. Let's try the block version. Oh, there is definitely a dash. I was a liar. I was a lying whore, because there is definitely a little bit of a dash in it. Okay. And I hate it, thanks. Let's mark him and see how far the dash is. It's a weird one because it's like there's punches at the very beginning. It's like you're punching all the way, it's baby punches, all the way forward, right? And it's not really like a dash in there. There did seem to be a forced impact prop there, right? It's like a quick wind up than a forced impact prop. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't seem like there are any cool like slash procs or any kind of like forced finishers. Wait, hold on. Let's double triple check that just to make sure I'm not lying. Because sometimes it's like, nope. See, that's the thing that I don't like. People had been saying things like, oh, well, you know, some of them do have forced finishers in there, but you press the new finisher button, which for me is F. So it's like I'm doing like a combo with my hand, and I'm trying to press the F button to see if anything opens up. But what I'm not getting is I'm not getting any tooltips for those saying, oh, you can use a finisher on them. So all in all, I mean, Fracturing Wind's pretty basic, nothing too crazy about it. Let's go ahead and jump into... Let's do Seismic Pom, because I feel like Seismic Pom launched first. And as you can see, we have the whole slew here. We have standing, block, standing, forward, and then forward block. So let's go ahead and try all of those out. Seismic Pom I actually don't mind. It's not my favorite of the bunch, but I do feel like it's a little bit leapy, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. So here's just the... Yeah, there's like... What is... Does he do a clap and there's an AoE explosion? What is that? That's kind of cool. I wonder if there's like some sort of knockdown or knockback that's like associated with that. Yeah. Alright, so that's just the standing. Let's try block standing. Okay, there's an uppercut in there. But again, there's another ground smash. So I'm thinking in my head, that uppercut can't possibly be a lift if there's a ground smash attached to it. Alright, let's try just the forward. Very simple, very simple. A little uppercut at the end. I'm assuming that uppercut at the end is going to be a lift. That'll be a lift. But is it me, or does that uppercut seem very familiar? I feel like maybe it's just the energy effect. Maybe it's just the energy effect. Alright, so that's the forward combo. Let's try the block forward. Okay, we got a little leap forward. A little leap forward. I like this one. You know what? I'm kind of digging Seismic Pom. I'm kind of digging Seismic Pom right now. So let's go ahead and see where we're at with this one. Let's just do the standard standing. Is that a force? That can't be a force slash block. That's just weird. Okay, hold on. Let's try. I keep knocking him down. Well, I mean, at least we know that there is definitely a forced knockdown somewhere there. I'm not seeing a consistent forced slash proc. Okay, so that little flash one at the end is a knockdown, which leads into which you can lead into a ground finisher. I'm not seeing, because I've seen the puncture happen a couple times, but it doesn't seem to be consistent. So I think that just might be the proc rate on this. So let's go ahead and try the block one. There is a lift. I was bamboozled. I didn't think that there could possibly be a lift with a ground pound, but apparently there is. Okay, okay. So that one's there. It doesn't. Let's see. Is there a force proc? Oh no! We suicided together. It's like Romeo and Juliet, except that's not the way the story actually goes. Let's go ahead and just kill him off real quick, which is also not the way that the story goes. But let's try that one more time and see if there is a forced proc on it. Of course there's, let's see. There seems to be an impact. It's not consistent though. It doesn't seem to be consistent. Wait. Wait, just do what I want. It doesn't seem to be consistent, so I don't want to say that there is for sure. Let's go ahead and do the moving forward one. What? There is no lift on that? I definitely feel bamboozled now. I definitely feel bamboozled. I thought that in my head that there would have had to have been a lift somewhere there, but this is just very straightforward. Oh, boo. All right, so let's do the block forward. Oh, that gap closer was quite a leap. So I want to say that's about 9 meters that you're clearing. Yeah, about 9 to 10 meters that you're clearing with this baby. That was my bad. That wasn't meant to be it. Hold on. Huh. That's curious because that was a knockdown in the other move. I was thinking that it would be a knockdown again when we're going at it. But it doesn't seem to be. It doesn't seem to be a knockdown move at all. That little clap flash thing. It would have been, you know what would be cool if it was a blind. It does seem, I feel like it's a forced impact when you actually connect. But there doesn't seem to be any kind of force other than that, which is kind of sad. So I think we've covered basically all of it for this one. I will say I don't hate this as much as I thought I was going to hate it. Gaia's Tragedy, though, that's going to be a different story. This one I'm not super duper fond of because it's breakdancing. And I've, even in video games, I've never been fond of the whole, oh, let's add breakdancing into our punching moves. This is the breakdancing one, right? It's not the breakdancing one. I fucked up. We'll save that narrative for the next combo because that's what it is. Let's see what we've actually got here. We got a little bit of everything. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in there. Let's just do the standing combo. It's very basic, nothing too crazy. I feel like this is the longest combo chain out of all of them. And I feel like there's probably a lift like right about there. That little uppercut's gotta be a lift. Let's try the block standing. Okay, I'm just gonna say this. One of those uppercuts has to be a lift. And then that one's gotta be maybe a knockdown. Like, that's gotta be like maybe a little knockdown. Alright, so those are our standings. Let's do the move forward. There seems like a lot of... is that like an entire juggle? Is that just me, or does that just look like an entire juggle combo? That just looks like an entire juggle combo. Alright, let's take a look at the gap closer. I like that! It's very simple and effective. It's very graphical. Let's go ahead and bring a Billy into this. And not breakdance at him, which I would be very happy about. So let's just try the standing. There's that lift. Okay, I predicted that one. I don't feel bad. There's the ground pound, but let's just... I feel like I like how simple this is. No force procs so far. Let's try the block standing. Okay, so it ramps up. It ramps up into a lift. It's like the first few, then you get the lift, then you get the ground pound. Okay, now let's go ahead and do the move forward. It's just very simple. It's very simple, and this one I thought was gonna be all lifts. There's not a single lift to be seen. And then let's go ahead and, you know what? Listen, I keep forgetting that Loki can do this, and I don't know why I don't just do it with my Loki. Now, last but not least, let's try the gap closer. Let's see how far we can gap close in. Definitely about, I feel like they're all about 9 to 10 meters in. Oh, well, we ended up right on top of each other. Fancy. Let's move him this way. Okay. So, you can get a pretty good ways on there, and you do have a forced impact proc when you do jump in. That second hit doesn't really do anything but like a radial slam attack. So, I'm not sure. Oh, is there a knockdown somewhere there? Is that... There's a little punch at the end. What? That's a really, I mean, I guess maybe it makes it more fluid. There's a little weird... Did you see that? That little punch at the end is a knockdown for sure. So there's your gap closer, there's your radial, and then there's like a knockdown. Which I think is just insult to injury. You just leaped on this dude and then you punched him in the kidneys, and then he's out. Entertaining. I still feel like my winner out of all of that is going to be Seismic Pom. I think that that's my favorite of the bunch, due to the fact that it doesn't feel like there's anything that's super duper crazy stand out about any of these ones. I feel like, you know, there's a lot of interchangeability. Let me know what you guys feel. Is there one that you specifically like more than the others? Because this feels like one of those races that isn't necessarily like, oh my god, this one is by far the best. Now we're gonna go put on the Haruto. The Haruto is getting a lot of motherfucking love with Melee 3.0. I've seen some crazy builds. That is not one of them. I'll let you know that right now. That's an old build, and it makes me want to go back and kind of like revisit. So this one will definitely have to check in, but there's only 2 this time around, so that's fantastic. We have Grim Fury. This one is an old favorite of mine. Don't do me wrong, all right? They kind of did me wrong because there's only 3 in there. We have a standing, we have a forward, and we have a block forward. But this is a very, very simple, kind of like, I guess you would say, combo. It's just like a lot of punches. It's a lot of rapid fire punches, which for me is kind of funny because I'm pretty sure that this is a sparring weapon and you should have a little bit of everything, right? So here's a standing. Oh, there is a kick in there. Okay, I lied. Maybe I'm just a complete, utter, big booty hoe liar. Alright, so that's the standing. Let's try the forward. It's just very, very simple. Very simple, and they finish it off with a little kick at the end, like a little Sparta kick. If that's not a knockdown, that Sparta kick should be a knockdown. Alright, and then let's do the block forward. Listen, I like me a little jump kick action. Alright, let's go ahead and give that one a shot and see how it all plays out with the Bill Eater side. Alright. If that Sparta kick, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be very disappointed. So, as you can see right here, there does seem to be a knockdown in that combo, probably towards the end of it a little bit. Oh, wait! Yeah, there you go. That kick is that little sweeping kick is a knockdown, which I feel like is very thematic. Was there a bit of puncture in there? Am I crazy? Is that a forced puncture or is that just a standard puncture? That's just a ground pound. Hold on. It could be on the first... That's an impact. That's not the same thing. That's an... Okay, I guess maybe there's going to be a forced impact on this. Yep. There's definitely forced impact. So let's see if it forces anything else. I don't think it does. I think it's just the impact. But we keep getting a puncture right there. Am I crazy? No, there wasn't an impact right there, though. So, okay. That's just got to be a fluke. Is it a fluke, though? Is it a fluke, or am I just missing that last shot? Okay. That was just a fluke. It was just a fluke. I'm crazy. All right, let's do the move forward. This is the one that I remember liking, but it does not seem to have a Sparta kick in there. It doesn't seem to be a knockdown Sparta kick, which really would have made this combo for me. And it does look like we have... The first one is definitely, it was an impact. It looked like it was an impact. Am I crazy? Huh? It looks like there might be like a forced puncture in there somewhere, to be completely honest with you. I'm not... It's really hard for me to tell because this is a moving forward one at the same time. But it seems like consistently throughout the combos... No, maybe I'm a liar. Maybe I'm a dirty freaking liar because there isn't a single... now there's a puncture one. And, like, the Haruto really doesn't have that much status chance to it, so... It looks like there's got to be a forced puncture in there somewhere. And maybe I'm just not consistently landing it. No, I feel like I'm consistently landing it. There's the forced puncture. There's a forced puncture in that one. I'm banking on it somewhere. All right, let's go ahead and let's move in towards the dash in. So, oh, I love it. Just like a flying kick to the face with an impact proc. Okay, that's gotta be a forced. That's kind of cool if we're playing around with that. No, there wasn't a forced puncture. No, it's just a forced impact. I got excited there for a second. Yeah, but that's a cool gap closer. I like the fact that that's the gap closer for it. It's a nice little flying kick. Alright, so that's going to be it for that one. And let's go ahead. Did I kill him? He should be dead, right? He shouldn't be flying around there. And then the last combo of the day is Brutal Tide, which is the one that I'm pretty sure I don't like. The breakdancing one. We'll find out if it feels better. So it's all just move forward. It's all just move forward. All right. I'm not crazy, right? That's what it says. It's just everything is just a forward. There's no standing. That's kind of shitty. Like, I mean, not shitty. I feel like Sparring stance has got a little, like, little gypped. There's no stand. It's always just moving forward. Wait, so what is the base then? What is the base? It's gotta have... That's something. That's... Maybe is it the exact same as this? Okay, so the standing is the exact same as the moving forward combo. Which a part of me is like, I guess. I kind of feel like that, I almost want to say that kick's either going to be a knockdown or a lift. Let's try the blocking version. Yeah, this is what I hated. The normal standing combo is fine. Like, this is fine. Like, that's fine. But this is, like, a little obnoxious to me. Like, it's just, I don't know how I feel about it. Like, this is just, it just feels like it's doing too much. Let's go ahead and give it a shot and see if it feels any better in actual practice. I'm sure with maybe some attack speed, mods on there, it'll feel a little bit better. But let's go ahead. I'm just going to do the standing version of this because it's too much of a pain in my ass. Is that an actual puncture? Is that an actual puncture or did you just lie to me? Are you just lying? They could just be lying, but it looks like a fresh one. Okay. See, there it is again. There it is. There's our little friend, Mr. Puncture Man. Right? But it's not consistent. Hold on. Right? No, but there he is again! Let's take a look at it. No? But maybe it's just really consistent with this weapon. There also doesn't seem to be anything kind of cool with this other than some staggers that we keep getting. We're getting some staggers in there. I don't see... Yeah, I think we're getting some staggers. At most, maybe a consistent puncture proc, which I don't think is actually there. I think it's just attributed to the weapon. And the way its damage spread is, like, laid out. But all in all, it's kind of blah. So I don't really feel like I love this. I don't mind that combo, though. But the combo that I think I will mind is this. There's a knockdown in there. I just don't like the way that it flows. Let's see how, like, gap closer, is it typical gap closer? It feels a little shorter than normal gap closers. Did you see that? Like, it feels like maybe it's like a 7-meter-ish one? No, like maybe a 5-meter. Like a 5-meter gap closer. And that one definitely has an impact proc attached to it. Yeah, there's an impact proc attached to that. Are there any other procs attached to it? I don't see anything else, to be honest with you. There's an impact, or there's a puncture, but I think that's just the normal moves. Or, I don't know, maybe it's consistent. I feel like it's that upside down kick. No, maybe not. Maybe I'm crazy. I am crazy. It's just the weapon in and of itself. So, all in all, there's a knockdown and there's an impact proc. I don't feel like any of these weapons are really doing anything, I mean, these combos are really doing anything special for me. But one thing we did not do, which, by the way, is our knockdown test. Our knockdown and finisher test. Hello? Oh my god, hello? There you go. Nothing seems to be forced there. Anything? Anything? No? I mean, I think that was just a lucky puncture. Let's try that again. I don't think that was there. I don't think there was anything there. Alright, let's go ahead and do a finisher. Now okay, that's a lift. That's a ground pound and a lift. Alright? Where'd he go? Maybe I evaporated him. Maybe that's the special move from the fists. Because before I remember that the fist kicks, they would actually open enemies up to melee finishers. I really wonder why DE, like, got away from that. right? Like, why did they decide that instead of giving us these finishers, that they instead would give us just these lifts that didn't really, that I don't feel like are necessarily as effective? Because the finishers, to be honest with you, would end up giving you the ability to trigger things like Arcane Ultimatum, or the Exodia one that lets you do lifesteal. So having those forced ones in there, I think, are actually pretty cool. So I don't know why DE kind of got away from that. I'm just checking to see if it's the same thing. It is the same thing. So I'm kind of really sad about that, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm like, no. And then of course we have the slide attack kick, which just ragdolls enemies. I wanted to remind you of that because that is definitely the best part of sparring weapons. I think I'm gonna stick to not Grim Fury, whatever. Oh no, not Brutal Tide, but stick to Grim Fury. I think that's the one that's gonna be it for me. Let me know which one you would choose from all these, because if I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't feel like, at least me personally, I don't feel like any of these fisting types of combos have really been all that polarizing. It's kind of like they all feel very similar, and nothing's too crazy out there, and nothing seems to be pulling ahead of the pack. It all comes down to personal preference, it seems, on this one. Let me know all of your feelings down in the comments below, and as always, love somebody, hurt nobody, and touch your body. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!